What's going on, great people? Hey, you know why I call you great? Because somebody has to be great today. It might as well be you. Welcome once again to Investing and Trading Made Simple. I am your host, Cedric Threet, aka Simple Cedric. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the financial instruments that are in this game we call investing and trading. You know, you can't play the game unless you know the players. We've talked about stocks, and that's one instrument that's in the game, but there are some other instruments out there too. And I mentioned them in one of the previous videos, but I really didn't go into a lot of detail. So today I'm going to go into a little more detail about who these instruments are and how they work. Not a whole lot, but just enough so you will know the other financial instruments that are in this game. So I'm going to roll the intro and we'll get started.
Okay, so the first financial instrument I'd like to talk to you about is called a mutual fund. And if you've ever heard the term a rising tide floats all ships, that's basically what a mutual fund is. Because what a mutual fund does is it takes a group of stocks and lumps them into one fund together. And it's very good. Let's say if you had one stock and it wasn't doing very well, you think you're losing a lot of money. But if you have a mutual fund, it has a lot of stocks in it. And if your stock is going bad today, well, the others may be doing well. And this is what your company does with your 401k. They take the money that's in your 401k and they put it into a mutual fund. So that way your portfolio won't be losing as much money if a particular stock is going down. And it can also gain a lot of money too when all the other stocks are doing well. And I'll show you what a mutual fund looks like.
Okay, so here's a mutual fund that I pulled up on Yahoo Finance. You could pull up any platform that you want. It doesn't, or website rather, it doesn't have to be Yahoo Finance. I just like using Yahoo Finance, but I typed in the ticker symbol USNQX, and you see here it's called a USAA, excuse me, NASDAQ 100 Index Fund. It's called an index fund because you'll see this word from time to time. Whenever you see the word index, basically that's what they're talking about. A group of stocks looped together. When you see them looped together, it's called an index. Or if they're talking about several or talking about it in its plural, they may say indices. But if you click on one and then look under holdings, I'm going to scroll down and this will show you the top 10 holdings in this particular mutual fund. Here you see you have Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Tesla, Nvidia, PayPal, Adobe. So you have a lot of stocks in this one particular mutual fund, and that's just the top 10 in the mutual fund. So that's what a mutual fund looks like. Now the next financial instrument I'd like to talk to you about is called an exchange traded fund, an ETF, exchange traded fund. And it's almost the same as a mutual fund. The difference is you can actually trade this one just like you would a stock. Now, mutual fund, that figure comes, the closing figure comes at the end of the day. But with an exchange traded fund, you can trade it throughout the day. And I'll show you what one of these looks like. Here you have a website called sectorspider.com, sectorspdr.com, and this covers the whole S&P 500. Here you see they're linked into what's called sectors. That's how they are separated. There are 11 different sectors that you can use to find stocks. And in a later video, I'm going to go more in detail with it and show you how to find stocks to invest in. But here you have your consumer staples and healthcare, real estate, energy, technology, financials, utilities. All of this stuff is on this website. So I'm going to look at technology because technology seems to be a driving force these days. You see here the symbol for this particular ETF is XLK, and it last traded at $151. So who's in here? Just like on that stock or that mutual fund, you want to look at the holdings or the index. You can do the same here with your sector spider on this website, sector spider. Click on the index, and here in technology, look at these companies: Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Visa, MasterCard, PayPal. And this is just the first page. You can go over to the next page, but this is what an ETF looks like. Okay, so now let's go to the next financial instrument. The next financial instrument is called Forex, FX, Forex, which basically stands for foreign exchange. If you've ever traveled overseas on vacation or in the military like I was, you could know that to exchange your US dollars for the country that you're in, you change your US dollars for their currency. Well, basically, that's what Forex is. And Forex is the most liquid market that's out there. There are trillions of dollars traded on the Forex every single day, 24 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So that's why a lot of people like Forex. But basically what you're doing is you are exchanging US dollars for other countries' currency, and vice versa. I'll show you what that looks like as well. Here's a great website that will teach you everything you need to know about Forex. It's called babypips.com. And it's called baby pips because as the candles move in the Forex market, they're called pips. So this website is called babypips.com. And if you click here under the tab that says education, you'll see where you have all kinds of information here. How to trade Forex, trading quizzes, Forex glossary. They even have a course here for you to take. This course is great. I went through this entire course and it taught me things that I didn't know and didn't want to know about Forex. But it taught me a lot about Forex. It's very, very good. And then also you can go to another website called FinViz. And if you go to finviz.com, you can click here under the tab that says Forex, and it will show you the currency pairs as they are called. This is the euro. As I told you, it's a free site, so you'll get pop-ups. This is the euro against the US dollar. Here's the British pound against the US dollar. Here's the US dollar with the Japanese yen. So you can trade all of these just like you would any stock. So that's what Forex looks like. But go to babypips.com and go through that course if you're interested in Forex trading. Now the fourth financial instrument I'd like to talk to you about is called options. Let's take a look at options. Options are a financial instrument that gives you the right but not the obligation to purchase a stock. It's kind of like if someone was purchasing your home, or they wanted to purchase your home, they wanted to give you a little earnest money, so to speak. They say, I'll give you $2,000 to hold that for 30 days. And if you come back in 30 days, they sell you the house minus the $2,000. But if you don't come back in 30 days, they get to keep it. So options give you the right, but not the obligation. And there are two types of options. You have call options and you have put options. The call options, you buy a call option if you think that the stock is going to go up. So remember that, called up. If you have a friend, you want to call them up. Now, if you think the stock is going to go down, you would purchase what's called a put option. In other words, put it down. If you pick something up, you put it down. And I'll show you, these are listed on a what's called a stock chain. I'll show you what one looks like. Here's a website I like to use, NASDAQ.com. I like to use this website when I'm looking at options. And here's an option chain for Ford Motor Company. I just typed in the symbol for Ford, which is the letter F. And it shows you the option chain. You go over here when you click on the whatever stock you want, you click option chain here in the left column. So this is the option chain for Ford. And your expiration dates are always on a Friday. All of these are Fridays. And you want to go out at least 30 days. Some people even go 6 months or a year or even further than that. But let's say we want to look at this option for the 29th of October. And the strike price is $15. Well, you have a bid price and an ask price. If you want to purchase this one, you have to use this ask price, which is 31 cents. So you can actually control 100 shares of Ford Motor Company for $31. That's that 31 cents times 100. So that's how options work. And there's a lot more that goes into it, but for the sake of this video and keeping things simple, I'm just going to leave it at that. And you can do your own research if you want to find out more about it. So now we've come to the fifth and final financial instrument that I will be discussing, my personal favorite, which is called futures. Futures is my personal favorite. I love to trade futures. And what futures are basically commodities. You can do it with commodities such as orange juice, oil, gas, sugar, wheat, lumber. Whenever you hear somebody talking about commodities, they're talking about the futures market. But you can also do it with the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ or the Dow. You can actually trade this stuff all day long, just like a stock. And I'll show you what it looks like.
Now, if you want to look at futures, you can go back to this website again, FinViz, and you can just click on the tab here that says futures. When you click on that tab, of course, you're going to get your pop-ups. It's a free website, so that's to be expected. But when you click on that tab that says futures, you can see all of the futures here. You see these commodities: cotton, orange juice, cocoa, coffee, lumber, sugar. You also see the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, there's the NASDAQ. You can actually trade all of these just as you would any stock. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and trade futures or Forex or options. If you want to just do stocks with your trading and investing, that's great. I just wanted to show you the other players in the game so you'll know what's out there and you can do your own research and decide whether you want to do them or not.
So there you have it, great people. Financial instruments. You've learned a lot today. We really covered a lot. Man, we've learned about ETFs, Forex, options. You learned about futures, mutual funds. There's a lot of stuff out there. See, the playing field has been leveled. Well, I won't say it's been leveled, but retail traders, which is what we are, have actually been allowed to now come into the market. They want you to get into this game. We're not going to be like the big time hedgers and institutional traders. We're what's called retail traders. And for a long time, you would have to have at least $25,000 or more just to even touch this kind of stuff. But now they've actually opened this thing up for everybody. The veil has been lifted. So anybody can do this. Anybody can get in this game. That's why I wanted to do these videos and try to help people get into this game. You can see there's a lot out there. That's why you have to do your research. But you don't have to be super smart or super rich in order to do it. So thanks again for visiting my video, Investing and Trading Made Simple. If you like what you've seen so far, go ahead and hit that like button, the subscribe button, the notification, and all of that good stuff. Tell all your friends about it, because we're going to be learning some more in the coming weeks. I enjoy doing these videos and sharing the knowledge that I have. So hopefully you will continue to be great, continue to have a great day, continue to keep things simple, and I will see you in the next video.